Have you ever wondered why some women seem to grow distant or frustrated with their husbands as they get older? What changes in a marriage that turns love into resentment? It's not always about big fights or betrayals. Sometimes, it's the small everyday moments that slowly push couples apart. Emotional neglect, lack of appreciation, and even simple miscommunication can create invisible walls between partners. But is this inevitable? Can a marriage stay strong and full of love despite the years? In this video, we'll uncover the surprising reasons behind this shift and, more importantly, how to prevent it. If you care about keeping your relationship strong, make sure to subscribe for more insightful content on love, life, and personal growth. Let's dive in. Lesson 1: The silent distance in marriage. Marriage begins with passion and excitement, but over time, a silent distance can creep in. This happens when couples stop communicating openly and assume that love alone will sustain the relationship. Husbands may get busy with work, and wives may become preoccupied with responsibilities at home, leaving little time for meaningful connection. When a wife feels unheard or unappreciated, she may withdraw emotionally, and the husband may not even notice. This emotional gap widens with each passing year, leading to resentment. The key to preventing this is continuous effort in communication, expressing love through words and actions, and making time for each other. Even a simple "How was your day?" can make a difference. Love is not just about grand gestures, it thrives on daily affirmations and attention. If one partner begins to feel neglected, dissatisfaction grows. Husbands should not assume that, just because a wife stays, she is happy. Likewise, wives should voice their needs before frustration turns into distance. A successful marriage requires both partners to actively nurture the bond, ensuring that emotional connection remains intact despite the years. Neglecting this leads to a slow but inevitable emotional detachment that can destroy love over time. Lesson 2: The burden of unseen sacrifices. Many wives feel their sacrifices go unnoticed, leading to resentment toward their husbands. Women often bear the emotional weight of managing the household, raising children, and maintaining relationships. Over time, this imbalance creates frustration. When husbands fail to acknowledge these contributions, wives feel unappreciated and undervalued. In many marriages, men focus on their careers, assuming financial support is their primary duty. However, emotional labor is equally important. A wife who constantly prioritizes her family may lose her sense of self, leading to dissatisfaction. If her efforts are taken for granted, she may begin to question her role in the marriage. Husbands who recognize and appreciate their wives' sacrifices strengthen the relationship. A simple thank you or a kind gesture can make a woman feel valued. Marriage is a partnership, not a one-sided effort. When one person carries most of the weight, exhaustion sets in, and love can turn into resentment. The solution is balance. Husbands should share responsibilities, and wives should communicate their needs. A strong marriage is built on mutual respect and appreciation. Without it, small frustrations accumulate, turning into a deep dissatisfaction that can lead to emotional distance. Lesson 3: The disappearance of romance. Romance often fades as couples settle into routines. In the beginning, love is exciting, filled with surprises and affection. However, as responsibilities increase, romance often takes a back seat. Husbands and wives may assume that love will naturally remain without effort, but in reality, it requires continuous nurturing. Many women start resenting their husbands when affection disappears. The absence of romantic gestures makes them feel unloved and undesired. It's not about expensive gifts, but about small acts of love. A simple hug, a compliment, or an unexpected date can reignite connection. Over time, a lack of effort in keeping romance alive leads to emotional detachment. Wives want to feel special, not just as mothers or homemakers, but as women. Husbands who stop expressing love beyond daily responsibilities risk making their wives feel invisible. The solution is simple: never stop dating your spouse. A marriage without romance is just a shared life without emotional depth. Keeping the spark alive requires effort from both partners. If ignored, the emotional bond weakens, and the wife may begin to feel like a forgotten presence in her own marriage. Lesson 4: The weight of unresolved conflicts. Unresolved conflicts build walls between couples. Small disagreements, when ignored, turn into deep resentments. Many couples avoid confrontation, assuming problems will fade with time. However, issues that remain unspoken continue to grow in the background. Wives often accumulate silent frustrations, feeling unheard or dismissed. When their concerns are consistently ignored, they may start seeing their husbands as unresponsive or indifferent. Over the years, suppressed emotions create an emotional gap that becomes difficult to bridge. Husbands who dismiss their wives' complaints as trivial fail to see the long-term damage this causes. Women want to feel understood and valued. When conflicts are not properly addressed, they feel emotionally isolated. The solution is open communication. Couples must be willing to address issues as they arise, listening without defensiveness. A marriage where one partner constantly suppresses their emotions will eventually collapse under the weight of accumulated disappointments. Love cannot thrive in an environment of unresolved tension. Healthy relationships are built on the ability to resolve conflicts constructively. Without this, the bond weakens, and what once was love slowly turns into resentment and emotional detachment. Lesson 5: The struggle for personal identity. Women often sacrifice personal identity for their families. In the early years of marriage, many wives dedicate themselves to building a home and raising children. However, as time passes, they may feel they have lost a part of themselves. When a wife feels she no longer has a personal life outside of marriage, frustration grows. If a husband does not encourage her personal growth, she may start resenting him. Marriage should not mean losing oneself. Women need space to pursue their interests, dreams, and passions beyond their roles as wives and mothers. Husbands who support their wives' individuality help strengthen the relationship. A woman who feels trapped in a monotonous life without personal fulfillment will eventually feel dissatisfied. Encouraging hobbies, education, or personal ambitions is essential for maintaining happiness in marriage. A wife who is fulfilled as an individual is more likely to remain emotionally connected in her marriage. A husband who understands this and supports her growth ensures a healthier and stronger bond. Without this, she may begin to feel suffocated, seeing marriage not as a loving partnership, but as a limiting obligation. Lesson 6: The impact of aging and life changes. As couples age, life changes bring new challenges that test relationships. Physical aging, health issues, and lifestyle shifts impact the way partners interact. Many husbands and wives fail to adapt, leading to emotional distance. Women, in particular, may feel overlooked as they age, especially if their husbands stop showing appreciation. Some men become complacent, assuming their wives no longer need compliments or romantic attention. However, women want to feel attractive and valued at every stage of life. If a husband neglects this, his wife may begin to feel invisible. Additionally, changes in family dynamics, such as children growing up and leaving home, can leave a wife questioning her purpose. If a marriage lacks deep emotional connection, this period may lead to dissatisfaction. Husbands who remain emotionally present and supportive help strengthen the bond. Understanding and adapting to life's changes together is key to a lasting marriage. If ignored, these changes create emotional loneliness. Marriage should be a partnership that evolves, not a static arrangement where love fades. Couples who continuously nurture their bond can overcome these challenges, ensuring love remains strong despite the years. Conclusion. A marriage does not fail overnight. It fades through years of neglect, unspoken frustrations, and shifting priorities. Love requires effort, understanding, and adaptability. When emotional needs go unmet, resentment replaces affection, and distance grows between partners. Small gestures of appreciation, honest communication, and mutual support can preserve the bond that once felt unbreakable. Relationships evolve, and so must the people within them. A strong marriage is not built on routine, but on conscious effort to keep love alive. When both partners recognize and address the subtle changes over time, they can prevent dissatisfaction from turning into lasting resentment.